So in today's lesson, we're going to be dividing rational numbers. So it's one little thing that we have to do, and then it's just like multiplying. So we want to change division to multiplication. And the rule for dividing is multiply. You might want to write this down. I suggest you do. Multiply by the reciprocal. Now, reciprocal, what is it? Reciprocal just means if you have a fraction or a number, you flip it. So the numerator becomes the denominator becomes the numerator. Just really quick, here's some examples. So if I had 2/3, the reciprocal of that would be 3/2. If I had, another example might be 4. What is the reciprocal of that? That's 1/4. Because remember, we can make 4 a fraction by putting a 1 underneath it. Another one where students mess up on is when we have negatives, like -3. So that could be changed into -3/1. So the reciprocal of that would be -1/3. Reciprocal does not mean opposite, it just means flip it. Okay, so the negative still goes along with it. So in the first one, what we want to do is we want to keep, we want to multiply, and we want to reciprocate. So 1/9 times, and then flip the fraction, 12/5. And then we multiply across the top, 12/45. And then I ask myself, I always have to ask myself, did we simplify? So 12/45 can be divided both by 3. And we end up getting 4/15 as our final answer. And the one below here, 5/8 divided by -3/4. So we keep, we're going to change division to multiplication, and then we're going to flip. So we want the reciprocal of -3/4, which is -4/3. And then we're going to multiply across the top. So 5 times -4 is -20 over 8 times 3, which is 24. And then I notice that both of these can be divided by 4, which gives me -5/6 as my final answer. We always have to simplify. All right, so here we have 3/7, and then I'm going to make this a fraction, this 8, by putting a 1 underneath it. So 3/7 times the reciprocal of 8, which is 1/8. Multiply across the top 3, multiply across the bottom the denominators, 3/56, and that cannot be simplified. Now, in the next one, we want to convert these first. Remember, ignore the negative first and change this mixed number into an improper fraction. So ignore the negative, so 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. So -14/3 divided by, I'm going to convert 3 and 1/9. So 3 times 9 is 27, plus 1 is 28, so I have 28/9. So first, convert. Then the next step would be to keep the first one, change division to multiplication, and find the reciprocal of 28/9, which is 9/28. And then here, what I like to see is here's a 14 in the top, and here's a 28. Well, I know that 14 goes into 14 one time, so now I have this -1, and 14 goes into 28 twice. So now multiply across the top. So I have -1 times 9 is -9. And then I have 3, because I already used the negative, so don't use it again. 3 times 2, which is 6. And then I notice that this can be simplified by 3, and that gives me -3/2. But I'm not done because I have -3/2 there, and I want to convert that to a mixed number. So then I ask myself, how many times does 2 go into 3? Well, it goes in, so that negative comes down, -1 and 1/2. So that is my final answer. What do we do when we have algebraic expressions? Same thing. We just want to look and simplify. So we keep the first one, multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 15/ABC is ABC/15. So then again, I'm looking at this. AB in the bottom, AB in the top. So those can eliminate because that would be 1. Then I notice that I have 5 can go into 15. So 5 goes into 15 once, 5 goes into 15 3 times. So I have 1 times 1, because that was, 1 times 1, C, is C, over 3 times 1 times 3, which is 9. So C over 9 is my final answer. Mn over 4 times the reciprocal of m over 8 is 8 over m. So if you want to do this a different way, multiply across the top. 8, put the number always out in front, please. Number always goes out in front. 8 mn over 4m. So now what do I notice? Well, 4 can go into 8 2 times. M can go into M 1 time. So 2 times 1 times n is n, and 1 times 1 is 1, so n over 1, or simply n. So we have 4ab over c multiplied by the reciprocal, so flip the fraction, 2c over 3a. So I notice the c and the c, one in the top, one in the bottom. So those are gone. There's a 1 there and a 1 there. And then I notice just the a and the a. So that's a 1 and that's a 1. So now we have 4 times 1 times b, 4 times 1 times b, times 2, times 1. So 4 times 2 is 8, b, because there's no other variable, and then 1 times 3 is 3. And there's your final answer. So 3xy over yz times reciprocal 5 over 6y. So now what we have is 3 goes into 6. So once, twice. And then I notice I have a y with a y. So 1 and 1. Nothing else can simplify. So looking across the top, I have 1 times x times 1 times 5, which is 5x.
May I have your attention?
Sorry about that. And then on the bottom, I have a 2, a y, and a z. So that is my final answer. All right, 4 pieces of wood, each 14 and 5/6 inches long, are required to building a frame. If all 4 pieces are cut from one board, how long should the board be to the nearest whole foot? So this is kind of a review question. We have 4 pieces of wood, each that are 14 and 5/6 inches long. So we have 14 and 5/6. And then we want to convert that first. So 6 times 14 is 84. 84 plus 5 is 89. Sorry about
May I
that.
have your attention, please? There is a junior executive committee meeting in room 11 at this time. Thank you.
And we 89 over 6. And then we want to multiply that by 4. So then we see that 4 and 6 can both be divided by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then now we can multiply. So 89 times 2 is 178 over 3. And then simplify that to a mixed number. 3 goes into 178, 59 and a third times. So 59 and a third. So to the nearest whole foot, how long would this have to be? Well, because of this extra piece here, we're going to have to round up, and our board needs to be 60 feet long. All right, Charlie is making croissants. His recipe calls for 2 3/4 cups of butter. He has 12 1/2 cups of butter. Explain a method for determining the number of batches of the croissant recipe Charlie can make. Then use your method to find the number of batches. So his recipe calls for 2 3/4 cups. He has 12.5 cups. So we could divide these. So we could divide these. We could even estimate here. 12.5 is the same as 13. And maybe we can divide that by 2 3/4 is close to 3, which gives us, how many times is that? 4 1/3. So, and because we rounded up, since it's playing a method just to be safe, we could say 5 batches. Or you could actually just go ahead and do this all out. You could have taken 12.5 divided by 2 3/4, which would have been 24, 25 halves divided by 8, 11/4, 25 over 2 times 4 over 11. And like I said here, 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4 twice, which is 50 over 11. And then 50 over 11 would be 4 times is 44 and 6/11. So again, we would have to round up anyways to 5 batches. So you should be okay with that. And then if Charlie does plan to make 5 batches of croissant, use what you know about operating with rational numbers to predict the amount of butter he needs. So he is going to make 5 batches. His recipe calls for 2 3/4 cups. So roughly, we'll say 3 cups times the 5 batches, he needs about 15 cups of butter. And that's how you can solve that.